coming up this week on Innerlocs Out There.
It started with a dream, a vision and a passion, but 8 years old already put it into action. Who knew back then the outcome would be me with my own show on national TV? Learned to love the outdoors from my dad as a kid, and that kept me out of trouble, so I'm thankful I did. From doing projects in high school to being field producer, never lost focus on my goals, on my future. Now I travel around the country, stalking my prey, from deer frogs in Buffalo to record-sized rays. Let's go out there, out there, out there. Let's go out.
The state of Kentucky is super special to me. It's got great bow fishing and fabulous hunting, and we love hunting the Kentucky Speedway property. There's a lot of deer there, and it gives the kids an opportunity to see a lot of animals and pick and choose what they want, and it's given me some great opportunities as well.
We are here at Kentucky Speedway, guys, obviously in the state of Kentucky, and my grandmother here has never shot a deer in her life. So tomorrow morning, we're gonna take her out and hopefully get her first deer. But before we do that, we're gonna head down to this little setup we've got with the John Deere Gator. And basically, we're gonna make sure that she can still shoot. Before heading out to the woods with my grandmother, we needed to make sure that the bow was still dialed in. That way she can make a nice and clean shot on a deer. The Excalibur Assassin is like the easiest thing in the world to load. I'll go grab you an arrow, you can get settled. Now we're gonna try an Innerloc EXP. Let's put this in. Sit that right in there and push all the way in. The crosshairs, you sit right on the center of the target. Perfect shot.
Is that good? All right.
Right in the bullseye. Nice shooting, my mom. And I'm pretty sure that if a deer comes into range, he's in trouble. My mom here is dialed in, and I think she's ready to go for tomorrow morning. Now they're all not lit, and you want to know why? Because Dad doesn't turn them off ever. I look in my quiver, and all 3 of them are turned on.
Yeah, I might have left the Luminox on, but they last like 40 hours.
A really, really good group here.
Good.
I think you're ready for tomorrow.
Think I'm ready? Good thing you've been working on your muscles.
Oh yeah. Muscle man! My mom's never hunted before, so I wanted to give her some last minute advice. We're gonna be getting up super early. We're going to walk through the woods in the dark. Dad and I hate flashlights. We're going to walk in with no flashlight. Why don't we just tell the deer we're here? Then, once we get into the blind, we're gonna climb up. It's an elevated blind. Hopefully, one of the nice buck come in, and you can get a shot at one of those, because that would be super cool.
You should have a good chance then tomorrow?
Definitely.
All right.
Now it's time to get a good night's sleep, because in the morning, we're going hunting.
We woke up and everybody was excited. Cameron was super stoked, but there was a special glimmer, a sparkle about Joanne.
Getting ready to go hunting for the first time.
See, this is what a grandmother brings. She has to bring water bottles.
Wow,
She's wearing my purple boots. Oh yeah, my dude.
Gonna shoot a deer today.
And now all we need is 1 deer to come in close to the triple advantage kill zone or complete 14.
It's our first day here at Kentucky Speedway. We are in one of the coolest spots on the property, but it's loud because we're right by the highway. Last year, we got a couple people, kids, their first deer out of this blind, and hopefully with a little luck this morning, my mother-in-law, Joanne, grandma to my kids, can possibly lay the smack down on her first deer. We're not going to be picky.
It feels so weird being in a blind and not hunting.
Yeah, Cammie's not
It's so weird. It's so weird. The place that we took my mom was right near a highway, so we knew it was gonna be loud, but there was a lot of deer there.
Innerlocs Out There is brought to you by Outdoor Edge, field-proven knives and game processing kits to get the job done fast.
As it's starting to get lighter, a little spike buck walks in. Unfortunately, he didn't stick around long enough. But then another one came in. As Mama was getting ready to shoot, I was just coaching her through the entire thing, and it was so much fun. You got it.
I guess Cammy is gonna take Grandma.
Teach her how to find a deer.
Teach her how to find a deer. That was pretty cool. Her first deer. Yeah!
Well, we come down and of course there's blood everywhere. The EXP did a great job, and it was Cameron and Joanne off to the races following the blood trail.
All these two leaves, one right there, whole bunch right here. When we got down there, there was so much blood, we knew that that deer wasn't going far. Well, we got a really good blood trail, so we're gonna follow it. There's a lot of blood right here. So, if you look, there's a couple bubbles around the inside of the blood.
What does that mean?
That you hit basically the lungs. It was cool to be able to teach Mom on the things that Dad had taught me. Like that when you see the bubbles in the blood, like we did, it means that you had got a little bit of lung. The deer must have stopped right here because there is a big pile of blood. So we're gonna keep tracking down this trail because there's some blood going this way, so.
That's only 30 yards.
Keep on going.
So.
A good thing to know is that when any animal is hit, they're most likely gonna head to a water source. And in this case, the deer that my grandmother had shot did, and he died right there.
Oh, there he is.
That's your first deer. Little spike buck.
First deer.
You getting it mounted?
I think so.
Yay!
Yeah.
We're gonna have a deer hanging in our house now.
That's pretty cool.
Well, it was so hot outside, and me and my mom were sitting there sweating. So we knew that we had to get that deer cleaned up immediately. So it was time to get out the Outdoor Edge knives and teach my mom how to clean a deer.
I think the greatest thing about Joanne's hunt was watching my daughter. I spend a lot of time teaching her the responsibilities and how to respect the outdoors, and I think she did a great job coaching Joanne for the very first time in the woods. And I was super proud not only of Joanne, my mother-in-law, but Cameron as well for being a great coach.
Deer.
Oh, that's so cool.
He's actually a big spike.
He looks like a big spike.
She's getting it mounted.
She's gonna get him mounted?
No, she literally said that. We're dropping it off with Tony.
You are kidding me.
No.
could be my one and only.
You're one and only. That's true.
So a tradition we have with like Brody, me, Dad, and Mom, every time we shoot a deer, we stick our hand into the blood and we wipe a streak on our face. So I get to do it to my mom. The whole experience with my mom was just great. Being able to teach her how to load the assassin, how to shoot the assassin, getting her dressed up in camo, getting to do her face paint, teaching her not to wear perfume and do all that girly stuff that we do. And just seeing her in the blind with a crossbow in her hand shooting a deer just like me it was just a blast, and I really hope that I get to do it again this year.
I'm Joanne Pollock and I rule the woods.
For more behind-the-scenes footage, photos, and information on Corey and Cameron, be sure to check out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages or log on to Innerlocs.com.
If you're a worrywart and you're always stressing out whether the fact that your camera's even gonna make it a season or not because you're scared someone's gonna steal it, well, I have something that can make you calm down and be at ease. The new Commander from Sniper Hunting Products has a GPS system inside the camera. Now, what does that mean for you and I? That means we can put it out and have a happier, healthier deer season, a much stress-free deer season, not worrying about if the neighbor's gonna steal our camera, because if they do, knock, knock, knock on his door, because the GPS system will let you track it down and get your camera back.
Well, my mom was tagged out and I was waiting for youth season to come. So me and Mom decided to just stay back and chill out, and Dad decided to hit the woods. And he had a little bit of luck with the new Carnage.
Well, Cameron and I just came off a great trip in Ohio where she took a nice 10-pointer and I got to shoot a doe with a brand new Carnage. But I was really wanting to shoot a buck with this new broadhead that Innerloc was working on. So I went to a well-known area that Jeremy had picked out, and we had put out some Complete 14 from Triple Advantage. It was brand new to the market. It's that October lull everybody talks about, but this is one of my favorite times to be in the woods. We've got a cold front coming, and it should put these big deer on their feet. So I'm gonna grab a couple bolts, grab my gear, climb up in the stand, and see if we can't rule the woods. This time of the year, a lot of these bucks will get in these thickets. The stand is right outside the bedding area. One of the things that I like to do in this October lull is try to get in pretty close for an evening hunt and catch them coming out to the food source. So we've had a bumper crop of acorns this year, especially here in Kentucky. My stand's just right up here. Right outside this bedding area is this huge oak flat, and it's loaded with acorns. So I'm just hoping we can suck in one of them bucks off the acorns and get a shot. Not gonna be easy this time of year, but we'll see what we can do. We're gonna have to deal with that highway noise because we're right along the highway. Bunch of does just came down right along that edge. When I climbed up in the stand and looked around, I was pretty pumped up. A big thicket surrounded by white oaks and a big pile of Triple Advantage to hopefully lure a deer away from the acorns. The first deer to stop in was a doe, and then another doe, and they went right to the Complete 14. I was also happy to know that they had no clue I was in the tree considering the swirling wind. I was just hoping I'd get lucky and a buck would follow that same path.
Just had a couple does come in. One came in, messed around. Another one come in, messed around, and left. A couple minutes later, I seen some more movement. Had some does. There's some acorns right out there. White oaks are feeding right on the edge.
The Complete 14, I don't know what's all in this mix, but I do know in the 2 times that I've used it, I've had a lot of success. So I was very, very excited to put it out, especially knowing that Kentucky had a ton of acorns and it was gonna be really tough for me to pick which white oak to sit on. So by putting out that Complete 14, I was feeling like I was putting the odds in my favor to shoot a mature deer in and amongst all those white oaks.
Products seen on today's show can be purchased at mikesarchery.com. It's now time for Cammie's Corner, powered by Umarex Air.
Always point your gun in a safe direction. Never point it at a person, a building, or even a vehicle. We want you guys to shoot often, but shoot safely.
Tune in next week for another edition of Cammie's Corner, powered by Umarex Air USA.
Well, Kentucky was full of acorns this past year, and I knew it was going to be tough to try to set up a stand on one particular white oak and get lucky. So we went ahead and put out that Complete 14 in a brand new area. And to my surprise, a mature buck showed up and was heading right for the Complete 14.
He's down. Holy smokes, that worked. What a great Kentucky buck. I cannot believe that worked. We just put out this Complete 14 not 24 hours and we had all these deer in here. Super awesome product by Triple Vantage. The wind was swirling a little bit, but it didn't matter. We sprayed down, did everything right. So excited right now. And my buck's laying right there, 35 yards. I'm gonna walk over there, grab him, get a tag on him, get the Outdoor Edge knives out, and show them off to everybody back at camp. But what a cool deer right here in Kentucky. Thanks, Jeremy Bledsoe. Thanks, Travis. Thank you, Steve, for all you do for Innerlocs Out There. Yes!
The new Innerloc Carnage did his job. He died right on camera as I lodged that expandable broadhead in that opposite shoulder, made a great shot at about 4 yards, and I was super stoked to shoot that big, nice Kentucky whitetail.
Was this guy. Saw a bunch of does tonight and saw a few other bucks off in the distance go by that I couldn't get on film. Had a great night on my way out. I saw 2 big bucks fighting. The cold front's here and the deer on their feet. And what a trophy right here, Kentucky Speedway, a beautiful 9-pointer. Yeah. Mad at Cammie because Cammie was supposed to go tonight and she didn't want to go, but she had schoolwork to do. But good mass on this deer, long main beams.
Not a scoring machine, but a really good deer and one that I'm super proud of. But most importantly, the first buck taken with the new Carnage. He only ran about 35 yards, teetered a little bit, and down he went. Shot him straight down through both lungs with the assassin. I am super excited. What a hunt. My mother-in-law taking her first deer. I followed up with a beautiful 9-point. Now it's Cameron's turn before the youth hunt. See if we can't get it done. But Kentucky Speedway, Jeremy Bledsoe, you guys are always super nice to me. Well, I had a great time there at Kentucky Speedway. Once again, a memory for the books. Joanne goes out and shoots her first ever whitetail with the crossbow, and it's a nice spike. I go out and shoot a nice mature buck with that brand new Innerloc Carnage.
Being able to teach her how to load the assassin, how to shoot the assassin, getting her dressed up in camo, getting to do her face paint, teaching her not to wear perfume and do all that girly stuff that we do, and just seeing her in the blind with a crossbow in her hand shooting a deer just like me it was just a blast, and I really hope that I get to do it again this year.